My beautiful Taurians, what's going on? This is Brandon over at While Intuitive, here to do your weekly energetic reading for July 17th through the 24th. This is going to be a simple energy reading to help you guys get through the week. If you're going through things, help you know what's coming towards you, maybe what's not coming towards you. None of this is like pass or fail, like if you don't listen to me, you're going to have a horrible week or anything like that. Nothing like that. This is just a little bit of assistance to help you get through what or ever you may or may not be experiencing throughout the week. But let's get into it. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. Mine is all right. It's a bit overcast today, but it hasn't started raining, and the lighting is wonderful for my videos that I've been making today, so I have no complaints. But what information do we have for my beautiful Taurus for the dates of July 17th through the 24th? What do we have for Team Taurus, July 16th through the 24th? They're giving us a great, fantastic shuffle right now. All right, it's beautiful. I'm a Taurus as well, so this is going to be a nice, good, energetic reading for myself as well, I'm sure. What do we have for beautiful Taurus? It's going to be dates July 17th through the 24th. My beautiful Taurus. I usually like to go until something flips out, but all the cards seem very secure with themselves right now. Nothing really wanting to flip out, huh? Come on, guys. All right, well, I guess we'll go to a stopping point if nothing does flip out. I almost counted. You know what? Let's go. One more. Let's go. What you got? What you got? Ah, man. They're really liking this. There it is. I think we're good. All right, Taurus, let's see what we got. Nothing flipped out, so we're going to start flipping ourselves. Let's make sure that we're staying grounded, Team Taurus. Let's make sure that we're still out there enjoying the environment and putting feet on the ground and thanking the earth that we're not sinking to the middle of it. All right, let's make sure that we're appreciating the world around us by planting roots into the wonderful soil that's been provided for us. All right, this is going to be anything that you enjoy to do that out there in nature. Like really, when you get out there and you're thankful for the universe around you, that grounds you, that connects you pretty much right directly to your higher consciousness, to that divine consciousness that exists all around us and is the very ground we're trying to plant our roots into. So let's make sure that we're staying grounded if we are already, and make sure that we're grounding ourselves if we feel a little bit floaty this week. All right, Taurus? Let's stay grounded as much as we can. And like I said, that's going to be any activity that connects you to this earth or to the universe at large. All right? Anything. Stargazing. Dancing. Nature walks. Or just going out there into the sunshine or into the cloudy day that we're having and saying, thank you. That's it. Quick and easy. But you'll feel a small, like, if you're not too keen on like all the ooey gooiness of spirituality, you'll feel that warmth spring up from in you when you start to appreciate the world around you. It's just the way it works. All right, and this is going to be great for us too right now, Taurus. Is staying in these moments, not getting too caught up in what could be or what hasn't been. We're making sure that we're staying in the now, so that we're bringing in this. This is a crown energetically charged card. So let's make sure that we're listening to that inner voice, like we're staying in everything that's influencing us right now. Something that's been done to us in the past is already done. So what's the use of crying over it? As the old saying goes, there's no use crying over spilt milk, and it's an absolutely true statement. What can you do about it? You're gonna get down there and slurp it up, or go get you a new glass of milk. It's pretty much the way it works, or what they're trying to get at with that statement. But make sure you're existing in the now, so you don't get caught up. And if things were really, really negative for you in the past, let's make sure we're not dwelling on it, so it doesn't drag us back down. I know everybody has bad days, especially if they're going through it, like most of us Taurians are, and you can get caught up on what you've been through. But what you want to do whenever you get caught in those moments is to realize what you survived, and thank yourself and your lucky stars that you were able to see it through, and that you're still able to attempt to rebuild or continue building, whatever phase of that recovery that you're in right now. The way you're going to recover from the negative things that have happened in your past is existing in your now, because there's a lot of fantastic energy coming your way. That's what this. That's when you start opening your crown chakra, all of that energy it starts to influence every aspect of your life, not just the esoteric side of it. All right. Exist in the now and prepare for the future, because it's going to be a glorious one, especially if we're communicating beautifully, honestly. Good, clear communication is going to serve you well this week. Don't get caught up in confusing things. Don't let anybody confuse you. If something confuses you, either A, question them until you understand, or B, do the research yourself. Put in the legwork and figure it out on your own. As I like to tell people, you can get all this information externally, but there's nothing, it doesn't cement it in as well as when you go out there and you hunt down the truth yourself. So let's make sure that we're communicating clearly and honestly, so that way we generate that same kind of communication to us, with us. All right? And don't be afraid of what you're expressing. If you feel compelled to talk, I know, people get out there at bars and they say two things you should never talk about: religion and some, I can't remember what the other one is right now, but religion and politics. But these are things that are influencing a lot of people right now. And you don't want to have a conversation to where you're trying to convince somebody to believe in what you believe. No, you want to have the conversation to figure out what they believe in and see how it relates to what you believe in, because there's a through line. With anything out there that connects you to divine consciousness, that's the through line, is that it connects you to that divine consciousness, that guidance from source. Okay, let's make sure that we're opening ourselves to that by being present in the now and communicating clearly and honestly, using our self-expression in ways that do bring those usually taboo conversations out. Because you'll find out with all these, the retrograde and the full moon, you might find out something very interesting about somebody that you never knew before. Like a relative that maybe had some crazy party days back in the day or something like that. Have those conversations. Really get out there and talk with people who inspire you to talk about those things. Even if it is taboo, even if it is in a bar, talk about what you want to talk about, because it may lead to a very enlightening conversation for you. It'll probably lead to a bit of information that you can really chew on. So don't block yourself off by expecting the usual. Okay? Don't get caught up in the routine. And this is going to be great for us too, Taurus, making sure that the home is nice and harmonious, making sure that we feel comfortable, making sure that we have as above, so below. There's a star field below this little guy, little gal, and then there's lights hanging above, so they're lit. Let's make sure the home environment is lit, but in a good way, not burning down to a crisp in a fire. Let's make sure that we're nourishing our home as well, our home environment. I know it's a bit tough, especially if you're in a relationship that is trying you, or something of that nature. I know it's a bit hard to want to nurture that environment, but it's going to serve you in the long run. So do open your heart chakra up, so that you're not just reacting in the Taurian bull horns out kind of way. Let's make sure that we're using our Taurian nature to really get into the cause of some of these problems and find those resolutions like we're able to so quickly and easily and efficiently. And then make sure that it's not self-serving. Make sure that it's beneficial to everyone around you. If there's a tough decision that needs to maybe be made or something like that. But let's make sure that we're providing warmth if our house is a little bit cold. All right? This is big. I guess a lot of Taurians out there are feeling a bit floaty right now. We all float down here. But let's make sure we're using that. We're staying grounded. We're doing things that deal with being creative, that we're communicating in a way that kind of provides connection with somebody. You don't want to communicate in a way that makes you standoffish. We want to connect in a way that provides roots to the tree that we may be trying to grow. Okay, that provides spin to the world that we're trying to build. All right, let's do these things so that we're grounded in the world around us and not so floaty. Not so stuck on what is not or what will be. Okay, but what is right now. And that'll start to develop itself into what you want it to be. That's what manifestation is about. It's about planting the right seeds so that your garden grows exactly what you want it to. And let's keep developing that intuition, my Tauruses. That Taurian intuition is powerful. We're very intuitive when we want to be, but sometimes we can get caught up in just that knee-jerk reaction sometimes. Sometimes the bull sees red and just charges. Let's make sure we're not doing this. Let's make sure we're being intuitive as much as we can, because that's going to be constructive for you over the next week. Is using your intuition to make those decisions, to do those activities that are really going to inspire you and cause that warmth to well up from within you and make you glow. I've been saying it in a couple of videos. You don't need external light to glow. You need it to shine, but you don't need it to glow. We're going to pull one more from the bottom of the deck. Let's maintain that emotional balance, Taurus. Like I said, it's easy to get caught up in seeing red and want to charge and be the bull, but we don't have to do those things just because we're known for doing them. Let's surprise some people and bring in that emotional balance that maybe we're not known for. You know, a lot of Tauruses we can be called emotionally detached sometimes. But we're not. We're totally attached to our emotions, but we just don't experience them like everybody else does. Nobody experiences emotions like the next person. Everybody's different. But this card is all about finding your way into that emotional balance. You're going to find that by grounding yourself, by getting out there, being active if you haven't been. Sitting down and maybe trying something new like origami or something creative. Like, get out there and start creating, my Taurians, because you guys have a very awesome creative mind when you exercise that muscle. So let's start sharpening that blade, because it's very powerful for you. All right, but let's maintain that emotional balance. Let's make sure that our cup is being filled with the spectrum of the world, the light, so that way we're bringing in that balance. Just automatically. Once you open your heart chakra up, once you start doing things that open the heart chakra, the rest of the chakras just kind of fall into place. Chink, 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 chink. Like when you see Optimus Prime transform in the movies, that's exactly what starts to happen when you start to develop your heart chakra, when you bring in that emotional balance, when you fill your cup with the water of life. All right? Well, that's all I have for you for now, Taurus. I hope you guys got something for us. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far, and I hope the rest of it closes out just as wonderfully for you. I'll be back towards the weekend with an energetic read for the weekend, so you know what's coming towards you or what you can bring in towards yourself. But until then, I hope you guys take care of yourselves as much as you can, take care of everybody else as much as you can, and bring in that balance if you're feeling a little bit floaty. Stay grounded. Get out there and get active, man. Get out there, or a woman, get out there and show your sexy self off. Show your sexy Taurian self off to these people. Let them know what's what. But take care of yourselves in the meantime. Love you. Thank you. Peace. And namaste.